What's going on, everybody? Mortem here, this time bringing you a short little news video about Baldur's Gate 3 as well as Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So both of these games have been teasing some upcoming content on their Twitter accounts, so let's start with the easy one. Baldur's Gate 3, through Larian's Twitter account, has teased an upcoming update, which makes sense. They haven't posted anything in a few months since patch 6 in terms of major content. They have released a few hotfixes, of course. Normally, I actually have been releasing update videos detailing how early access has been progressing, but they haven't updated anything, so I haven't made one in a few months. So it's about time for another update, truth be told. Now, with them potentially looking at later this year as a launch date, there are still a lot of things I would like to see in early access so they can get ironed out, such as the new races, I believe it's 3 classes we still don't have from the player's handbook. And on top of that, I think they could really benefit from testing out the origin characters, that is to say, playing as your companions as well before the game launches. But beyond that, we don't really know what this update's going to consist of, though I imagine we will have news on that soon. But hopefully, at the very least, a new race or a new class or something fun to play around with. Expect more on that soon. Now, moving on to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So they released a bit of a tease for the upcoming story DLC that is actually releasing in 10 days. That is to say, their first story DLC, Inevitable Excess. They've released some details. Now, I actually talked about a theory that I had about this DLC and what it might talk about. And at least from the details they described, it doesn't seem like it's going to follow that track at all. But rather, we are going to get to explore the city of Axis. Now, this is a plane of law and order that is home to Axiomites, Aeons, Inevitables, which are a sort of mechanical race, which we kind of already knew they would be involved because their previous teases have mentioned Valmalos, which is a very notable Inevitable, as well as being a home to just generally lawful outsiders. Now, most notably, this is actually the home of Pharasma's Spire as well. Pharasma is a very prominent god who decides the fate of souls, and given that Wrath of the Righteous ends with a scene that involves Pharasma, which is all I can say without spoiling it, I'm very curious to see if they work that in any way. But more than just the setting, they mentioned specifically that the city will be having to deal with a new threat. Now that's pretty interesting in and of itself, because depending on exactly where they want to take that, they could potentially show off one of the times Axis has been attacked before, or they might do something entirely new with it. But broadly speaking, Axis is a big place with a lot of very cosmic scale stuff going on, which does kind of fit the theme of the story that has been told in Wrath of the Righteous up to this point. And honestly, there's just a lot they could do with it. But essentially, we're going to Axis. The city is under some sort of threat, and it is also the seat of Pharasma. But there you go, guys. Just kind of some updates on some games I have been watching pretty heavily. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're looking forward to this stuff as much as I am. BG3 is a little up in the air as to when that content is coming, but we will be talking more about this DLC and Pathfinder very soon, as that DLC releases here in, again, 10 days. But in the meantime, truly, just thank you so much for watching. May you wander in wisdom and have an amazing day.